to Atlanta, Georgia, where tonight it's a rematch of the historic first match in Pro Volleyball Federation history from Gas South Arena. The league-leading Atlanta Vibe take on the second place Omaha Supernovas. And good evening inside Gas South Arena. Andy Demetric, Keely Evelyn, great to have you with us. And Keely, these teams put on a show when they opened the season in Omaha 5 weeks back. The Vibe outlasted the Supernovas in 5 sets. And we have every expectation that tonight's match will be every bit as tight.
That's right. The Supernovas felt that match slipped away from them, losing 15-13 in the 5th set, while the Vibe are coming out to make sure everyone knows this was not a fluke, ready to go today.
The Vibes to the top of the league standings. The Supernovas have the most wins in the Pro Volleyball Federation, coming off a 4-set victory over Orlando on Sunday. Brooke Nuneviller continuing to swing very steadily, 5 consecutive double-doubles for the outside hitter.
That's right. Nuneviller runs the show, back row, front row. She can pass dimes. Her passing game is respected across the league. Watch Vibe trying to stay away from her throughout the match. 2-time All-American at Oregon as a libero and an outside hitter. Complete game that Nuneviller has.
Meanwhile, Atlanta trying to shrug off a 5-set loss to Grand Rapids 11 days ago. Leah Edmond was unanimous preseason All-League, and she has been all of that so far.
In the first matchup, Edmond had 27 kills. So you know Omaha sleeping with that number, say we need to find number 13. Where is she? She's twice named Pro Volleyball Federation Player of the Week, can be dominant. Back row, pounds it, front row, lights out.
Well, Todd Dagenet said that first match was about as equal as could be, and we are buckled in for another white-knuckle night here at Gas South Arena. Omaha and Atlanta starting lineups, and the first serve comes up next.
We talk about competitive composure, and this kid has it. Reagan Cooper having a night tonight for the Fury.
If I can match that, Reagan Cooper slams it home on the back line. Right into the block. Who else? Reagan Cooper. Back to Reagan Cooper. And 3 points. And now 6.5 points coming up here for the Columbus Fury. We are in the heart of the inaugural season of the Pro Volleyball Federation as we get started here tonight. Hannah Maddox from the 10-foot line. Hold on, that was powerful. Oh my goodness, over her back. Gillen again. Goodness, Jill Gillen is a spike specialist. Asia O'Neal.
A big attack there and a block from Hannah Tapp.
Reagan Cooper. Angel Perez told us it's about winning the small battles. I know this would be a big battle to win for him and the Fury tonight. Asia O'Neal, Columbus, first-time winner in their home debut. Welcome home, Columbus Fury.
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
match night in Atlanta as we welcome you inside Gas South Arena and the second meeting of the season between the Atlanta Vibe and the Omaha Supernovas. They played the inaugural match in Pro Volleyball Federation history on January 24th. Atlanta took the first 2 sets. Supernovas rallied, captured the second 2. And then in set 5, a 15-13 thriller won by the Vibe. And now it's Omaha's turn to try to spoil the Vibe's night on their home floor. What'd you make of that first match and first meeting between these teams, Keely? 5 weeks is a lot for teams' identities to evolve, and the teams that we saw on that floor at the CHI Health Center may not be the ones that we'll see tonight at Gas South Arena.
You see Atlanta Vibe playing in their home court, getting comfortable with those team dynamics. And then you see with Omaha mixing up the starting lineup here or there. You're seeing Kendall White very consistent as libero in that starting lineup. De La Cruz working her show offensively, but you're going to see Natalia Valentin Anderson getting the start today as the setter in that role. Very feisty, fun, a lot of energy in that setter role with her starting.
46 assists in that 4-set victory over Orlando. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, Marley Montserrat, the former Florida Gator, starting a 3rd consecutive match, and Anna Lasariva will make her home debut. The international from Moscow, Russia, who just wrapped up her season in China, was activated on Valentine's Day and appeared for the first time in a Vibe uniform 11 days ago versus Grand Rapids. Led the Vibe with 25 kills and hit .339. She is something to behold.
Oh, cannot wait to see the offense between Lazareva and then outside De La Cruz. It's coming with that high power, big attack you got in those 2 attackers.
As the starting lineups continue to be introduced, as we had noted, Atlanta at 4-2 by winning percentage atop the Pro Volleyball Federation standings. Omaha at a mark of 5-3. They have the most wins. But as you can see, there's still a lot of parity both in the standings and statistically as this inaugural Pro Volleyball Federation season gets underway.
We are so early in season yet, so this is anybody's game. The goal is to be in the Final 4 because that's for the playoffs. The top 4 will go into the playoffs, and the champion of those playoffs will win $1 million.
That's quite a carrot to dangle in front of these players and coaches. Both of Atlanta's losses, by the way, at the hands of the Grand Rapids Rise, including on February 18th, the Vibe's last match, in which they fell 3-2, and another testament to the parity of this league. 4 of Atlanta's 6 matches so far have been 5-setters.
Yeah, this is, there's no underdog. You're playing at a level where everybody is elite. Everyone's been the starter of previous teams coming in, mixing it up, figuring out what's going to work each and every match. That's why these matches go so long.
Head coach for Omaha, Laura Kuhn, stepped in as interim head coach after the 3rd match of the season. Spent time as the head coach in the collegiate ranks at Kansas, Texas A&M. Played her college volleyball here in Atlanta for Georgia Tech, where once upon a time she was a teammate of one Keely Evelyn. Oh, the stories that you will tell, Keely, on this telecast tonight.
Or better, the stories I will never tell. Right, Bird? I got you. I got you.
Laura is her government name. Everybody in volleyball calls her Bird. So Bird, Coach Bird, all good with her. And for Todd Dagenet, all-time winningest coach in UCF history, he said of that first meeting with the Supernovas, it was just our night. It was as much of a coin flip as you could have. And he says it will come down tonight to defensive discipline. Who's going to scrap and make the plays that will erupt a team?
You know, at this level, it just takes a few plays. That first ball contact is key. So that is the serve if you're on the offensive side, or that serve receive pass, receiving that first serve. It's going to be key and something to watch throughout the match. Who can keep the setter at that net in system instead of a scramble when the setter has to run around on a bad pass?
As you mentioned, the first ball contact, Omaha leads the Pro Volleyball Federation in aces per match, and they've only allowed 13 aces all year. So they put a lot of pressure in a couple of ways on opponents from that service line. Omaha in the white, Atlanta in the black tonight. So great to have you with us for our coverage of the Pro Volleyball Federation from Gas South Arena on YouTube, wherever you may be on this Thursday night. doubleheader of Pro Volleyball Federation action, 10 Eastern. First serve out in San Diego between the Thrill and the Mojo, who are coming off their first win of the season. So now everybody is on the board in the league standings.
Atlanta's so happy. Allie Linehan is back in the lineup, out for a few matches with an ankle sprain, but now she's back ready to get it going, representing in Atlanta. First home since she's been injured.
Yeah, you make a good point. She'd missed the previous 2 matches with an ankle injury. Return versus Grand Rapids, 6 kills, 11 digs. We caught up with Coach Dagenet. He says she's still not quite 100%, but just so smooth, and Coach Dagenet still puts a lot of trust in the former Kentucky Wildcat, who scored the first point in Pro Volleyball Federation history in that matchup versus Omaha 5 weeks ago. Jess Shaven-Landsman, a rookie out of Iowa State, on the service line, set to get us started. And let's play some volleyball in Atlanta. And an ace. Don't say we didn't warn you. Omaha, the best ace serving team in the league, and that's how they scored their first point.
Coach Bird Kuhn really spent a lot of time with their team on the service line, so dropping one short right away in front of libero Hent.
The back set and a cross-court side out on a Lasariva. First touch making an impact in her home debut.
Fans are so excited. She decided to join Atlanta Vibe. Coming up, showing what she can do. She had 25 kills in her opening match. Now coming out with a bang in that first kill.
10th year as a pro, signed in July, activated February 14th. And she was the China Volleyball Super League Foreign Player of the Year. Also played in the 2020 Olympics with the Russian Olympic Committee. Edmond serves it over for the Vibe. Covered down the line. That was Karis Watson, dumped over on 2, and a point for the Vibe.
Have to be ready. Marley Monterey at the net. She's a 6-1 setter. Watch her come up, slam tip, get that.
A little cleverness out of the shoot there from the former Florida Gator, Marley Monterey. From the back row, block touch. And that one just beyond the back line. Oh, they say it caught the corner. And Mike.
This is what Leah Edmonds, why it makes her so special. She's off the net around that 10-foot line, still able to put enough top spin on her ball to get it to drop in that end line.
We'll let the Bolt 6 replay system give us the final verdict.
From our view, Andy, live, it did look in to me.
And if it is confirmed, it'll be 3-1 Vibe. Now, Leah Edmond, as we had noted in the open, coming off a season high, 27 kills and 40 attacks against Omaha. That one took some late dip, and did it clip the back line? Saw the libero Kendall White wag the finger. She was convinced it was out, but the call stands 3-1 Atlanta. And a cross-court kill right in return by Nunneviller.
Oh, I would just come to this match to watch Brooke Nunneviller go up. She's got complete all-around game. Dishes, dimes as a pass, goes up with power, elevates through that seam for the put-away.
Had 16 kills to pace the Supernovas in the first meeting between these clubs. Edmond steps into it, cranks it for a kill. She is majestic when she takes flight.
Is it a shock, Andy, that the first kill we just saw come off that last swing was Nunneviller? Now we're coming with Edmond. These were the 2 kill leaders the first time they played, showing up right now, back-to-back kills.
Leah Edmond among the league leaders in kills. 4-2 Vibe. Back row attack, dug out by Hentz. And another one racked up for Lasariva. And a perky start for the Vibe in set 1.
Lasariva does an excellent job finding that deep corner, knowing that it's a crossing move between two defenders. If you can perfect that shot as a right side, you're going to find your way as a starter on many teams.
Lasariva, 6'3", out of Moscow, Russia. De La Cruz winds up. Oh, what a cover by Hens. Bumped over by Linehan. See if the Supernovas can take advantage in transition, reaching from the back line. That's turned back. Now the slide attack, once again handled by the Vibe. De La Cruz trying to cut it, and it is called out.
This
Another unpopular call with the Supernovas as we get the low angle view. Oh, pretty clearly wide, unless she thought there was a tip of the finger there.
They're looking for the left-hand contact by the middle fanning, but I did not see one going off those hands. If we can get a closer look right here. Yeah, possibly the ring finger on the left hand.
Betania De La Cruz, her 22nd professional season out of the Dominican Republic, Keely. There is not much that escapes her eye.
Bienvenido a la República Dominicana, right there.
We welcome
There we
all
go,
of our international viewers, no doubt about it.
I know she's got tons of fans across the world. One of the best to ever play this sport. De La Cruz, such power, precision. This one, she's really hoping that her attack went off the hands.
Two-time Olympian, nearly missed a double-double last time out. 9 kills, season-high 16 digs against the Valkyries. Ball landed out, but was there a touch at the tape on the Vibe? It is held up play here in the first set. Call on the court was 5 points, 6-2, pending the review. Well, Coach Bird did say of her team, we've been so resilient. He said we have to play clean. Don't think we've had that competitive chemistry locked in quite yet. And it looks like that call will stand.
You know, you have to wait on bolt 6 to actually make the call. It's waiting on technology. When your computer's running a little slow, you just have to wait for that right to answer.
And this time, the slide attack pounded down Tori Dixon, her 7th year as a pro out of Minnesota.
So impressive, a 2-time U.S. Olympic team alternate. She can go off of 1 foot, such power. That's the 2nd time Supernovas has gone to her back there.
The team leading 380 in that 5-set loss to the Vibe, January 24th. Oh boy, sniped down the line by Lasariva. She was setting everybody up, thinking she'd go cross court again, and then just swats it.
Body total facing like cross court, guys. All arm power right there. You give me enough to look at, I'm putting that ball away, says Lasariva.
3 swings, 3 kills for Lasariva. Hence pops it up. Lasariva changes speed and gets the point.
Don't you want to sing the song, Andy? R-E-S-P-C-T. That's pure respect on the defensive side. Everybody who's sitting back waiting for the hard shot. Lasariva is like, okay, I'm going to play the accordion game. Work you deep, now take you short.
Opens up an 8-3 edge for the Vibe. Supernovas still trying to find their footing. That was turned away at the net. Hence the bump set. And another one deep and down. Allie Linehan. Boy, terrific defense up front for Coach Dagenet's Vibe, setting the tone early.
This is watching the video and scouting the other team. You saw Edmond take that same swing. Linehan follows up with that same shot, knowing the open spot.
De La Cruz, this time off the outside hand of the block, and gets the point for the Supernovas.
De La Cruz says, I can't work around you, I'm going to work your hands. That's a tool shot going off the hands, and the ball continues. The middle blocker fan.
Unanimous preseason league. 9-4 Vibe. Oh, De La Cruz with the pancake to keep it up. Tipped over and down. Jess Shaven Landsman. And might that be the spark that the Supernovas need?
Helps to be tall in volleyball because that net stays the same height. So if you have reach and height extension, you can come up with those scramble plays at the net. Shaven Landsman just getting that extra effort. Lay out. Get you some of that.
Yeah, who says Bethania De La Cruz is all about power from the service line and power from the pin? Here she is winding up over the double block and make that 3 points in a row for the Supernovas.
This is what makes De La Cruz so special, her ability to find kills. She works the game in a way like chess, figuring out what's going to get her the most success quickly. Working the tool off the blocker's hands, coming up with 2 quick kills.
And Coach Bird told us it takes her a while to get going in a match. Another change of speed right over the double block, La Sariva.
Nice spot off the block. You know, I don't blame her. You think I'm in my 40s now. It takes me a while to get warmed up and going, dropping the shot. Said, you tool me, let me go right back and get a tip kill, Lazariva.
I think Anna Lazariva is making some fans fast in her home debut. Already with 4 kills and 4 attacks. 10-6 Atlanta here in set 1. But somewhat of a surprisingly slow start here for Omaha, Keeley.
You know, I think Vibe are coming out using this scouting report quite nicely. You saw the 2 outside attackers take the same attack. Lazariva is just special. Deep corner, tip shot, line shot while she's looking cross court, swinging on the outside.
Going quick out of the middle. That's dug out from the back, but unable to be put over.
To beat Atlanta Vibe, Omaha knows they're going to have to serve tough, keeping them out of system so you can set up that double block. You'll take almost an ace any way you can get it. Getting the little shank off the pass, you'll take it for Omaha.
And here is De La Cruz, PFV's leader in aces.
What?
Whoa! Great layout dig by De La Cruz to keep the rally going. Another quick set. And that one just twists off wide. Some great defense by De La Cruz to extend the rally, but the Vibe take the point.
This is pro volleyball right here. A power swing, and then give me some of that type of dig, followed by the same exact set. Again, scouted. De La Cruz almost had it, but just taking that ball wide.
Yeah, too much smoke there by the veteran, Karis Watson. The dig by La Sariva, and this time flying in, Edmond gets turned back.
Vuchkova in her 16-year pro at Bulgaria, 6'2", own in the middle, recognizing where's Edmond, 13, had 27 kills against us. I will find number 13. Stopping that right there.
Now, Todd Dagenet did tell us the back row attack will have a huge influence on this match today. And once again, an easy swing and a point by Linehan. Had a double-double in the first matchup with Omaha, and tallies another one here.
Such a smart attack. Vuchkova was the serving middle plane left back. Linehan recognized that. It's not the libero. Kendall White is off the court right now. Let me change up the shot, going hard cross.
Popped up, not put down. De La Cruz from the back, hence keeps it up. A little miscommunication, has to be punched over by La Sariva. Opportunity for the Supernovas. Edmond gets the tool and the point.
Straight power to power. It was the first pickup defensively. Lazariva picks up that easy tip, and then going off the hands, working the line shot is Edmond.
Leah Edmond has been so consistent for the Vibe this early season. Atlanta leads by 3, or by 5 rather.
Wow.
Punched up and sent over. And that's a net violation on the Vibe.
As a blocker, you remember the previous shot. Layout by Linehan. You can keep that. That's a layout by Linehan. She does that often. And then the follow-up kill with a little net violation.
Shaven Landsman, whom Coach Bird has said has been her most consistent player so far. He cranks one up. Vibe has been dialed in defensively. Dick's been sent back. And a point for the Supernovas. Another net violation.
With the
Bolt line error, in fact, on the Vibe.
With the Bolt 6 system, you're not going to get away with much. There's so much technology watching every little shot, catching that little net, following down.
Well, the Supernovas had trailed by as many as 6 in this first set. Deficit's now 3.
And you're right, I think that Atlanta Vibe is doing an excellent job on the defensive side, but you can see the offense starting to pick up for Omaha.
Something Coach Bird told us, which both surprised us. Statistically, her team hits better out of system than they do in system. Lasariva swooping in from the back for the side out.
In system, out of system. When you have players on your team that can produce that type of offense like we just saw with Lasariva, you can take a deep breath saying we can find offense. Omaha has it with their depth and experience. Lasariva adding it for Atlanta Vibe.
Lasariva lunges for that dig. Linehan bumped up by White. Over on 2. Point Nunaviller.
The cover ball for Omaha to keep that rally going was key. Watch that layout, get that White, and then send over quickly is Nunaviller. Oh, both laying out. Good job,
yeah.
Valentine Anderson as well.
Double shot of hustle there for the Supernovas. But nothing they can do on that swing from Edmond. 15-11 Atlanta. As we hit our first timeout in set number 1. Sharp start for the home team. Don't go anywhere. Our coverage of the Pro Volleyball Federation continues after this.
We talk about competitive composure, and this kid has it. Reagan Cooper having a night tonight for the Fury.
If I can match that, Reagan Cooper slams it home on the back line. Right into the block. Who else? Reagan Cooper. Back to Reagan Cooper. And now set and match point coming up here for the Columbus Fury. We are in the heart of the inaugural season of the Pro Volleyball Federation as we get started here tonight. Hannah Maddox from the 10-foot line. Hold on, that was powerful.
Oh my goodness, over her back. Gillen again. Goodness, Jill Gillen is a spike specialist.
Asia O'Neal.
Big attack there and a block from Hannah Tapp.
Reagan Cooper slams it home on the back line.
And there's another step block.
15-11 Vibe over the Supernovas. Set 1 from Gas South Arena. Andrew Demetric, Keely Evelyn, as we noted, a rematch of the inaugural Pro Volleyball Federation match. They drew 11,624 to Omaha that night. I know you and I both watched that, Keely. So blown away by the atmosphere then and throughout this early season out in Omaha. But as far as first impressions for this inaugural season, you couldn't have done much better from a suspense and an excitement standpoint than what the Vibe and Supernovas delivered that night.
Pretty impressive, and I love with Omaha, just they keep breaking records in attendance twice over. So keep it up. You're representing a lot of volleyball and getting the spread. Everybody knew it was going to be successful, but I don't know if anybody expected quite the success this early on.
And swing sails from Taylor. Exceed to 5. Monserrat with the serve. Oh, crushed from the back. Nunaviller. Poetry in motion.
Nunneviller's been on about every USA team, youth, junior, college. She can put it up and put it away.
Native of Chandler, Arizona, her second professional season. But loads of international experience with Team USA, and the slam tip for the Vibe side out.
That's how you do a quick send over when the setter's slightly off the net. A lot of times the back row defenders start loosening up their base. That's a great time to send it over by Monserrat.
Vibe would have 11 days off between matches. They look spry here to begin. Slapped up over. Nunneviller once more. La Cerriva. Wow. Great reflexes though by White. The back set. That's shut off. La Cerriva times it and misses wide.
Oh, you had the dig by White that saved the rally. How you digging this? She's like, I got 3 years of professional experience under me. I'm used to these power hitters. Kendall White coming up with the game, the play-saving dig.
Member of the USA national team, the Supernovas libero out of Penn State. 17-13 Vibe, make it 17-14 on the second ace of the set for Omaha.
This is relentless fight and comeback. Setter Valentine Anderson brings a lot of energy. You saw her come in and really include her teammates on that ace.
Coach Bird said our team needs to serve tough tonight. Chopped straight through for the Vibe point.
Andy, as you said that, I'm like, the Vibe needs to get their middle going. And that's exactly what the Vibe did. Trying to get Fanning going. That was a pass needed. Crossbody shot by middle Fanning.
And not a whole lot Hersina Vuchkova could have done on that. Shelly Fanning, who had a 4-kill match versus Grand Rapids in their last outing, but a season-high 7 digs in the win over Omaha. Casey Evans on the service line. She likes a little top spin on her serve.
Wow.
Whoa. Shaban Landsman from the pin.
The layout save by Nunneviller in that back row. Watch her layout, left hand. That's why you learn to play both with 2 and 1 hand ball control. Shaban Landsman putting it away with power.
Shaban Landsman, former 3-time All-American with the Cyclones. 18-15, Omaha still looking for a breakthrough. As we close in on the end of the first set, and ace is another way to keep that rally going. And who else? Big swing Betty, Bethania De La Cruz.
No lead is safe in the Pro Volleyball Federation. Coming strong, De La Cruz, confident where she can hit that seam through 2 passers.
Her 20th ace of the season, leads all Pro Volleyball Federation players. And she is teeing off. An overpass leads to another Supernovas point.
En fuego, walking back, De La Cruz, second ace or overpass for that put away.
Yeah, Bethania De La Cruz with some gas from the service line forces the Atlanta timeout as it's down to a 2-point margin in our first set.
Angel Perez told us it's about winning the small battle. I know this would be a big battle to win for him and the Fury tonight. Asia O'Neal, Columbus, first-time winner in their home debut. Welcome home, Columbus Fury.
Supernovas building some momentum, and in fact, the deficit down to 1, 18-17 in our first set from Gas South Arena. Defense is tightened up for the Supernovas as this first set has progressed, and now starting to make some inroads on the service line as well, Keeley.
Yeah, De La Cruz, 2 strong serves in a row. She needs to put on a run right now to take the momentum and keep it.
Took something off on that one. Allows for an easy swing and a cross-court side out by Lasariva.
To stick a
NCAA
pass.
women's volleyball will never be the
So key for Edmond to run that low flat set back to Lasariva on that.
Lasariva has been the star of the set for the Vibe, and here she is, winding up on the serve, and very nearly an ace. Bumped over by Vuchkova, but it sails wide.
Lasariva is just so confident in her game. Goes back to that service line, can light it up, and when De La Cruz just went on that service run, it's one of those things like, I got that in me as well.
2017 Vibe.
Wow.
White. Nunaviller. Changes swings. Got it off the top of the hands.
Nunaviller does an excellent job showing like she's going hard and then changes up at the last shot. Fully approached hard. Defenders caught their shoulders back. Hard to make that second move forward.
Nunaviller, who was named an All-American both as a libero and an outside hitter. Such a versatile player for Coach Bird. Off the block touch. Nunaviller pushes it over, penetrates the block, gets the point, and makes it a 1-point first set again.
Nunaviller was stuck behind the block. She's right under it, and your options are, do I hit high and flat, or do I try to work off the hands? Chose nicely going off of Monterrey's right hand.
That was a quick decision by Nunaviller. Lasariva once more. Defense continuing to stiffen for the Supernovas. Nunaviller, and that is out, and it is a tie. First set at 20.
Oh, Nunaviller's lighting it up. Going kill after kill, working different shots. Nicely done.
Remember, it was 9-3 Vibe early in this one. Oh,
wow.
That backline defense has been dialed in. Hence, pops it up to Lasariva, who muscles it through the block. And the Vibe retake the lead.
Morgan Hens, libero for Vibe, so stellar about placing the ball perfectly. Beautiful dig. De La Cruz took that hard shot by Edmond, mixing it up right here. Stepping in, where's Lasariva? I'm going to her, says Hens.
7th kill for Anna Lasariva. Vibe 21, Supernovas 20. Nunaviller had to reach back for it. Popped over, and another great bump. Oh, but the block. Dixon and Shaven Landsman turning it back.
Shaven Landsman, a 6'2" right side blocker, followed by your 6'4" middle. Great pickup by Hens on that overpass, but for the wall stuff comes through Dixon.
Once again, level at 21. Shaven Landsman with the float serve. White feeding Nunaviller. And the violation at the net gives the point to the Supernovas, and they take the lead late in the first for the first time since it was 1-0.
This is the third net violation called from Atlanta Vibe, picking up 3 kills then equals for Omaha.
Great show of resilience by the Supernovas. They get the block touch. Edmond keeps it airborne. Now,
wow.
Linehan hammers it deep.
Linehan comes through with the national champion in her. Coming back row, ready for this moment, saying, I know where the open shot is. Let me go ahead and hit it right back. Nice set by Monterrey as well.
And like you had said, national champion with the Kentucky Wildcats, won that title in Omaha. And back on level terms. Short through the middle, Dixon, well read by Lasariva. De La Cruz, oh, putting some smoke on that swing.
De La Cruz working all the angles. That one going deep into the shot. You see Lasariva having to play this ball with her hand, trying to get it up. Nice strong attack out of the back row, De La Cruz.
23-22 Supernovas. De La Cruz gives the Supernovas set point.
Supernovas are doing an excellent job with a block read. Dixon is going sideline to sideline, and De La Cruz stepping it up on defense and now with offense.
And a timeout from the Vibe. What a turnaround in set one for the Omaha Supernovas. And Coach Laura Bird-Kuhn. See what Todd Dagenet tries to dial up. Coach Bird, who I was told in her very first preseason camp at the Georgia Institute of Technology as a wide-eyed freshman, she was roommates at the team hotel before the dorms opened, of course, with one Keely Eveland.
Yes, we had good times. Bird made Tiffin, Ohio seem like the best place to go to. We all wanted to visit Tiffin, Ohio after we met Bird and her people.
It was the Paris of Ohio.
Yes.
And here she is following a successful stint as head coach of Kansas, then Texas A&M. You know, what stories may flow when you guys get together, but has to be really proud of the resolve that her team has shown. And when we caught up with her earlier this week, she said, we have a really resilient bunch. Well, they have displayed that in our opening set.
Yeah, just coming through, not looking at the score as you fight your game, trying to learn it. And that's a lot what Bird did as a player, learning the game, really going off of, she was insanely good off of 1 foot, but just working hard and fighting regardless of the score. We were able to go to the lead 8 with her on the right side.
Supernovas were once down 16-11. Overpass puts them in position to claim the first. De La Cruz pounds it down. Point Supernovas. First set, Supernovas.
That's how you put a period at the end of that set. De La Cruz is like, remember me for the second set. Here I come.
From down 5 midway through the first to a 25-22 first set victory. But Tanya De La Cruz finding the seam deep, and the Supernovas up a set.
There's so much pressure for young girls. You have to like wear this. If you weren't with these people, you weren't at the cool party, you weren't in. And then that puts pressure on them, like, okay, I need to like not be myself to make these girls like me.
A friend told me about Girl Talk because I was struggling with friends. I thought that it would be a great experience for me to maybe see what it's like, and so far it's been amazing.
Girl Talk is a national nonprofit organization that really helps all girls develop the confidence to lead. And we do that by having high school girls mentor middle school girls through the most formative years of their lives.
I was terrified my first day of Girl Talk, but Girl Talk has made me more aware of who I am, and I can be free and not have to worry about what other people think of me.
It was fun, but it was also a life lesson that I got out of it, and it really stuck with me because I know that Girl Talk really shaped me into the woman that I am today.
Girl Talk is never-ending love. No matter your differences or no matter who you are loved here.
You allow them to be themselves. This is a safe place. If you feel you don't have confidence, we're gonna help you build that. What makes me most proud to be a part of Girl Talk is what separates it from other organizations. We're doing unique work. We serve all girls. We recognize that all girls are at risk. It doesn't matter what socioeconomic, cultural, religious background you're from, that the experience of a girl is universal, and that so many organizations, there's a barrier to leadership.
I think Girl Talk offers a different environment. I think the talk piece is the key in terms of having that positive conversation, the dialogue.
There are a number of different ways for folks to get involved and give back to Girl Talk. So it really can be almost anything right now. There's just millions and millions of ways. There's nothing too big or too small at this point for the Girl Talk organization to find useful in a partnership.
When you're donating money, you want to know where it goes. And I can tell you, dollar for dollar, you see the impact.
It's important that you give your time and your effort to the things that need it most, because that's part of growth, that's part of humility, that's part of grace, and I think that's where really Girl Talk does an amazing way of getting women that opportunity to grow and to learn what it's like to give.
Helping us scale this organization is not only a worthy investment, but it will ultimately help shape a kinder, more confident generation of women.
Omaha captures the first set and come from behind fashion, led by 6 points from their anchor, Bethania De La Cruz, 25-22 in Keeley. What turned it around in that first set? At one point, it was 9-3 Vibe. Midway through that first set, it was 16-11. Still a healthy lead for the Vibe, but unable to hold on to it.
You saw the defensive effort pick up for Omaha. 6 digs. De La Cruz, the leader back there, representing Nunaviller, added some good layouts. You had the cover. The players were all in, having each other's backs. I love the defensive effort. And then finishing off, of course, you have power in your offense.
Linehan with a service error to start set 2. First of the night for the Vibe, who in that 5-set win had a 163 attack percentage. Where they really got it done was at the net, 16 blocks in that first meeting with the Supernovas, and that one catches the line. Ace Supernovas.
Supernovas, after talking with Coach Bird, you know that's a match you really want back. Losing it so close, you had it, you felt like it was right there, but you can definitely see that type of competitive spirit come in with something to prove today with Omaha.
And not only wanted to atone for that loss, but also leapfrog the Vibe for first place in the league standings, and it's a quick 3-0 start for Omaha.
Bringing it down, Valentine Anderson with a slam tip at the net. Yep, I'm front row.
Yep, just over the shoulder. Last little touch by the 4-time best setter of the year in the Puerto Rican League. The 13th year pro, Natalia Valentine Anderson, overpass. Supernovas can't capitalize. And now Edmond able to get the point.
Edmond took one of those shots. Okay, you're digging me with the hard stuff. Let me throw in something a little off speed to see what you can do, as she's figuring out how she's going to get kills throughout this match.
Edmond has had 3 20-kill matches already, 4 double-doubles. Push the Vibe on the board in set 2. De La Cruz steps into it and gets it off the outside hand of the block. Nope, I'll say no touch. 5 point.
De La Cruz is fighting for this one, said, I thought I got the bounce off of the net, but the line judge up the way saying no, that ball was out.
Yeah, hit the tape, not a hand. And now 3-2 Supernovas. And one off the top of the block and down for De La Cruz.
The shot she just took is something you train as an outside hitter. You recognize you have 4 hands in front of you. How do I delay my shot just a little bit to get the bounce off of the outside blocker's hands to take the tool long? That is just artwork.
Bethania De La Cruz, you watch her for any length of time. She just has that innate sense of being one step ahead of the defense and always having the right shot for the right situation. And unlike the first set, a strong start here for the Supernovas in set 2. They're up 5-2. Already up to 5 aces. Kept up by Dixon. De La Cruz, can she cash in? No. Point 5.
Good idea to mix up your shot, though. De La Cruz trying to take this one cross court, recognizing I hit the last 2-1 line, trying to work different spots of the court. You're a 2-time Olympian, not a bad idea, though. You'll get the next one.
Service of Montserrat. Up high and down hard, Vuchkova.
One thing Coach Bird encourages is setting the middle, mostly off of that 1 foot. It causes movement in the block, not to get a solid setup, way to bust it inside Vuchkova.
Kristina Vuchkova did not play in the first Vibe match, was still finishing her pro season in China. 3-time best blocker in the Chinese league. Turned away at the pin. Not maybe the most accurate cross-court bump, or a cross-court set rather. That would have been hard for the Vibe to deal with as we look at it again.
Edmond knew the block was going to be there, but she was just testing power, hoping the middle wasn't able to get a setup to close on that block.
That time through the middle and down for Fanning.
The Vibe definitely needs the offense from Fanning. You're going to see this is a push set, slightly in front with motion. Nicely done. Looking even like going cross court, just snapping that ball in.
Quick wrist there by Shelly Fanning, the former Baylor Bear. And it did touch. Point Supernovas.
You watch body language now with Allie Linehan going up. She tried to sell it like she didn't touch it. Turns to her teammate quickly saying that ball was out. But the referee caught that little tip shot right off the block.
Yeah, pretty clear redirect there.
I love it, though. You tried to sell it as a player. I did it my whole career.
Now De La Cruz cuts it loose, sends it into the net for the service here. 8-5 Supernovas. Serve receive has been good for the Supernovas. Their first ball contact probably has been superior to Atlanta's. But that was his superior swing from Leah Edmond, the preseason all-league outside hitter.
This is a three-time SEC Player of the Year. Edmond's not happy when she gets blocked, but that lights that fire that she needs to come out of that back row for the power kill.
Well, that was handled nicely by Valentine Anderson. And the Supernovas get the point. Boy, having to twist her body there to get the angle, to get it up. And it results in the Supernovas point.
So athletic on the scramble. The Supernovas playing pretty steady right here. Valentine, get it, Anderson.
Well, that is crafty. And she was someone who played collegiately at FIU, which means that she and Vibe head coach Todd Dagenet dueled often when Dagenet was the head coach of UCF. And even then, he said she was technically sound, wise beyond her years. The cover by Edmond and the kill by Lasariva.
To win this match, you can feel it already. You need that offense from Lasariva. You got to go in early on, and that's when Vibe had the lead. Right here, going through that seam before Dixon was able to close. Lasariva putting away cross court with power.
Fresh off her Vibe debut against Grand Rapids with 25 kills. Dixon reaching for it. Nice layout dig by Hens. Nunaviller. White this time with the dig. De La Cruz soaring. That's bumped up, but a net violation. And some miscues here at the net starting to flare up on the Vibe.
Coach Dagenet asking which player was it really frustrated with these net violations, which is uncharacteristic of Atlanta Vibe.
As simplistic as it sounds when you have two evenly matched teams like our ones tonight, Keeley, it does sometimes come down to who makes the fewer mistakes. There's a mistake by the Supernovas at the service line. Point to the Vibe, 2-point deficit.
Both of these teams are really confident in their game. It's all about creating the right timing to produce that type of offense and then defensive scramble.
That's something Coach Dagenet, wow, what a pancake by Hens. Edmond had to reach back for it. The back set, off the slide, Dixon, and another violation at the net against the Vibe.
I love that for the Supernovas, though. You go back-to-back setting your middle Dixon. A lot of times when you get an easier ball back, maybe you hold the middle set outside, but that's a second ball set by setter Valentine Anderson to her middle Dixon for that net violation.
So the Supernovas serving up by 3, but Coach Dagenet told us last night, whoa, and chopped straight through by Watson, but that swing from Edmond was something else.
Edmond has that switch. When she switches on, that competitive nature elevates her jump. She's got the power and the matchup with the shorter setter, Valentine Anderson, in front of her. That's a good matchup.
And Nunaville just had to jump on the grenade there. That was elevate and detonate by Leah Edmond as she punches it over. Dumped on 2, and the point from the Supernovas. That was Valentine Anderson.
So scrappy. Valentine Anderson, very smart in how clever she is to redirect the show. I set my middle, I'll hold you on the defense, let me throw over so you think about me as a attacker as well.
46 assists, 17 digs in that 4-set win over Orlando. Vibe trying to go over on 2. That's unsuccessful. Point to the Supernovas. And make it 13-9 as you saw Edmond fall down there. So while they hold up play to dry off the court, I want to go back to something Coach Dagenet told us the other night, which was the defense has been so superlative up and down the league this early going that there are some really gifted offensive teams around the Pro Volleyball Federation, but defenses are making these high-level offenses look ordinary. Well, right now the Vibe searching for some answers in the second. Supernovas up 1-0 and up 4 here in our second from Gas South Arena.
We talk about competitive composure, and this kid has it. Reagan Cooper having a night tonight for the Fury.
If I can match that, Reagan Cooper slams it home on the back line. Right into the block. Who else? Reagan Cooper. Back to Reagan Cooper. It's behind. And now set point coming up here for the Columbus Fury. We are in the heart of the inaugural season of the Pro Volleyball Federation as we get started here tonight. Hannah Maddox from the 10-foot line. Oh my, that was powerful.
Oh my goodness, over her back. Gillen again. Goodness, Jill Gillen is a spike specialist.
Asia O'Neal.
The big attack there in a block from Hannah Tapp.
Reagan Cooper slams it home on the back line.
And there's another step block.
Brooke Dunaviller with 6 kills, 5 digs so far for the Supernovas, who lead 13-9 midway through the second. Coach Bird said she's solid, terrific ball control, intense, and a court leader. And out of the timeout, the point has chopped through the middle there by Fanning.
Pretty interesting out of the timeout. You needed a pass to run that offense. Coach Dagenet, very confident in his passing game, said, we can get it. Let's go ahead, get Fanning going again in the front row.
Second kill for Shelly Fanning. So as we had noted, Keeley, Laura Kuhn, Supernovas head coach, a former teammate here in Atlanta at Georgia Tech. And everybody knows her as Coach Bird, but not everybody knows why. You know the name?
Well, her parents are something special. He saw the long legs coming with that top right away. He was like, Bird, and it stuck for life. She at college, she didn't even introduce herself ever as Laura. I don't even know if we knew her as Laura because the coaches had already recruited her and were like, hey, we have a player, her name's Bird, coming to play with you next year. And we're like, okay, what's her name? Bird? Okay. And it just stuck. So I think maybe it was like 3 days in, finally somebody was like, what? Hey, what's your real name?
What does the birth certificate say?
Right.
You know, what does the student ID card? Well, the student ID card may as well have said Bird at Georgia Tech. She was that well known. Oh, nice little cut shot. Reaching for it. Edmond had to make something out of very little there, Keeley.
Nice tip shot, thrown it off speed by Edmond. Watch her go in, Monterey. Beautiful set. Just nice and short for the defense. Not able to lay out to get that ball.
Yeah, the angle looked like a cut, but that's a nice little tap over the double block. Nunaviller got it blocked. And the Vibe get the point.
It all started with the short serve by Edmond. That was created just enough scramble. It caused everything to go faster. Watch almost a solo. Lantareva all the way to the outside, gets the read for the inside seam to jump in on that.
Vibe serving down 3. De La Cruz. Elevate and detonate. Bethania De La Cruz down the line for the side out.
You just almost want to show young players this type of art, saying wherever you are on the court, find the spot on the court where you know a kill is coming. So deep corners work for you as a kill. De La Cruz just able to place it with perfection.
Ready to let it rip from the service line. White feeds Shaven Landsman. Shaven Landsman once more. Good defense from the back by Edmund. Lasariva tries to go deep. De La Cruz is there. Shaven Landsman continuing to try her luck, and that time from the sharp angle gets it down.
Shaven Landsman played 1 year of beach volleyball at LSU, has hand control. That's what you need in the beach game. Taking that inside hard cut shot back to zone 2, close to the net.
Well, you know her players at Blair High School in Nebraska are watching this one on YouTube. Head coach of that program there. And helping the Supernovas to a 5-point edge again. Crowd trying to urge on the home team at Gas South Arena. Free ball here for the Supernovas. A quick set. Edmund with the dig from the back. Lasariva. Best rally of the night. Who's it going to? Shaven Landsman once more. Edmund there in the corner. Lasariva changes speed, gets it down. Changes the arm speed. And after all that defense, all that power throughout this rally there, Keely, little soft touch by Lasariva.
That rally did not expect a tip to land for the kill. Supernovas playing great defense. Lasariva was like, everyone's going to sit deep for my power shot. Let me change it up.
Now the Vibe needs someone other than Anna Lasariva to step up and give some consistency. Gives Lasariva 9 kills. Edmund has 7. Oh, and the block through the middle. Karis Watson walling up.
We're dealing with pros here, Andy. So Karis Watson not happy with a couple net violations, but this one, I'm going to get that seal, press over. I know Karis Watson is an incredible blocker, coming up with a major one to keep momentum on her side.
She's got some stamps on her passport as well. Has played in Sweden, Portugal, Germany, Switzerland, France, the UK, and now playing professionally about 3 hours from her hometown of Rock Hill, South Carolina. Through the block and down, Shaven Landsman. Too much velocity and a terminal swing from the outside hitter.
Valentine Anderson had such a fast pop off of that set to keep the set low enough to create the seam. Seam is all she needed to put away.
And the Supernovas continuing to keep the Vibe at arm's length in the second. Been a tough night from Linehan, who was terrific in the first meeting, and Shaven Landsman starting to light it up. She is feeling it.
When you have that offense coming now on the right side, you look at Supernovas like, how are you going to stop one pin to the next, and even with the middles going off of 1 foot? Great offense running the show as setter Valentine Anderson.
You know, Shaven Landsman had the ace to begin that first set and starting to put down the kills in the second. 19-14, Supernovas up.
Andrea Perez told us it's about winning the small battles. I know this would be a big battle to win for him and the Fury tonight. Asia O'Neal, Columbus, first-time winner in their home debut. Welcome home, Columbus Fury.
Back at Gas South Arena, 19-14, Supernovas on top of the Vibe in the second. Remember when these teams met in Omaha to kick off the Pro Volleyball Federation season? Vibe took the first 2 sets. Supernovas ultimately forced a 5th, but Supernovas have been in control, Keely, in the second.
The scramble on defense, Supernovas producing offense pin to pin, really hard to stop right now.
Back set Nunaviller. Edmond blocked. They were ready for that back row attack, and it was Tori Dixon being a big target. The 6'4" middle blocker.
You're going to see the shift. It's a push pipe set, which is a push back shifted to the left of the middle spot. You see how Edmond opens up right there. All over it. Shaven Lesman get in on the help on the block with Dixon.
Tori Dixon, 10-year veteran of the USA national team, as that one is swatted for the side out from Lasariva.
Lasariva knows what she can do in her game. That's looking at your setter, said, give me the ball type of moment. Nice low flat set. She's OTB over that block when she gets that type of elevation.
She'll head back to the service line with her team down 5. At the outset of the season, the Vibe had the youngest roster in the Pro Volleyball Federation, which really made their start even more head-turning. And that's what Coach Dagenet told us they will benefit the most from, not just the efficiency of Anna Lasariva and her vast international experience, but just the maturity that she brings to the court, and that could open things up for her teammates.
Coach Dagenet said it was really important to develop a team of winners and mixing it up, some experience, but you're just loaded with a team that wants to fight hard and really to play even selfless roles, because you have your bench loaded with also some amazing athletes.
Lekator member Mene on the court for the first time. At the bottom of your screen, point Vibe. Kara Swanson once again.
One thing that member Mene brings is some energy. Watson knew she was getting that set, just fighting hard off that touch, but you're gonna feel some type of energy now with member Mene back to serve.
Lekator member Mene was inserted into the starting lineup with Linehan suffered her injury in the 3rd match of the year. Played last year in Italy, collegiately at Missouri and Pittsburgh. Great dig by Hentz. Nunaviller winds it up once more. Joust at the net. Played over by White. Boy, thought the defense would be able to cover that off the block touch, but the point instead, Edmond.
Edmond going off the hands. You can see setter Valentine Anderson doing a soft block, just trying to slow it down. She actually did her job. It got a nice pop off the block touch, but just not enough for the defenders to make that extra move.
21-17 Supernovas on top. The Vibe trying to take a page out of Omaha's playbook from that first set when they ate up a 5-point deficit midway through the set.
It's pretty clever. You're going to see a lot of these outside hitters, Vibe, Edmond and Linehan doing a little tip shot that causes Nunaviller to come all the way over to pick it up, to take her out of the offense. So it's easier to set up your block. So if you don't have the shot, you're going to see Vibe going with that.
Nunaviller, a member of the USA national team, made her national team debut in the Volleyball Nations League last year. Hello, how about that one from Dixon?
When you have that to go to, a slide attack that's low, you know the block's not going to get set up. So really you're going with the one blocker unless they decide to commit. You got one blocker, a lot of net to look at, and Tori Dixon is taking the swing. Come on, that's a kill.
Tied her season high in hitting percentage in the first match versus the Vibe. 22-17. Oh, laying out to keep this rally going. The slam tip, dug out. De La Cruz steps into it. Both teams not flinching. Oh, put into the net by Nunaviller. Point to the Vibe, and that has energized this Gas South Arena crowd.
I mean, Anderson is doing her job. Good layout, keeping it going. Lazarine, going strong off that, but it was that block touch by the finish. You thought the ball was going to go down. I'm just loving the defensive effort, but just Vibe coming through with some major points.
Yeah, you saw bodies all over the court on that last sequence. Edmond, that is long. Did it catch a hand? No, it did not.
So Leah Edmonds going up swinging. Valentine Anderson is touching the block, even though it's a shorter setter. So Edmonds is trying to go even higher to avoid any type of touch and a little bounce off of that, just taking that one long. But I get it. That was a smarter move on that.
Inches the Supernovas closer to a 2-0 lead. Lasariva hammers it but can't get the point. De La Cruz blocked. Point Atlanta.
Shelly Fanning knows she's doing it on the offense with that little push shot. Now closing on the block. Yeah, 6-2 middle, closing it up. Feeling that. That's the energy your team needs in this moment.
She had a pair of blocks against Grand Rapids 11 days ago. Had a season-high 6 block touches against the Supernovas back on January 24th. Oh, trying to tip it over, but denied instead. And it's set point for the Supernovas.
You had your middle, Vuchkova. I'm seeing Bird smile because that's something she would do on the right side also as a middle. You have the slide attack, Vuchkova just right there. Huge block, 6-2 in front of you. Not getting through.
Edmond winds up, gets it off the inside hand of the block.
This is what makes Leah Edmonds so great. No matter how frustrated or missing her shot, she comes up and figures out a way. It's that chess match she's playing inside of her head. Leah Edmonds will always find a way to come up with a.
This is the toughest team to get aces against in the Pro Volleyball Federation. Edmond tried to finesse one down the line. It's wide, and the second set to the Supernovas. They were in that second set, 25-20, following a comeback set 1 win as we hit intermission in Atlanta. It's Omaha, up 2-0.
Welcome back. Between sets 2 and 3 here in Columbus. I'm joined now by Kayla Chang, Executive Director of Girl Talk. And Kayla, first of all, thanks for joining us. Second of all, partnerships with the PVF, it's brand new, but this organization, Girl Talk, is not brand new, but it's a huge part of what's happening with female volleyball, female sports, and just really females in general.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having us. Girl Talk, on behalf of the entire community, we could not be more proud to serve as the organization's first national nonprofit partner. Our mission is really to inspire all girls to be confident leaders through peer-to-peer mentoring, and all of our resources and our programs are completely free to any girl who wants to participate. And we're just excited to share our mission alongside this historic moment for professional volleyball and for women and girls everywhere.
This is an organization been around for 21 years, started 50 girls in Albany, Georgia, now over 75,000. That number has got to just, when you say it, it almost puts you back a second to be able to see the growth that you guys have had. Just talk about what that's meant and how many lives you've been able to affect.
Absolutely. It's incredible to see the number of lives we've been able to impact because of Girl Talk and because of our programs. I also know firsthand how the game of volleyball can really impact girls on their leadership journey and just the number of girls who have been touched by the sport. And so I am really excited to see this partnership continue to take off, to continue to serve thousands of girls across the country each year. But it just means so much to us because the need is greater now more than ever. And we know that together we can have a real impact on the next generation.
When we talk about relationships like this, there's statistics that people bring in, and sometimes you look at them and you go, is that real? Is that statistic real? But these are some real numbers. 95% have an increased sense of belonging. And I mean, obviously you're doing something right. 100% say Girl Talk has increased their self-confidence. In the world we live in today, in the things that are happening in our daily lives, whether it's big city, small city, urban, rural, it doesn't matter. There are so many things happening. And for an organization like Girl Talk to be able to take high school girls and mentor middle school girls and make that opportunity, which I think is the greatest importance to kind of grow them, that's gotta just kind of put it all into perspective, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And we're really proud that our programs have been successful and effective, and that we're able to see those numbers across our program participants. And I think it is all about the opportunity. It's all about providing them a safe space where they can build their confidence, where they can rely on their peers, and where high schoolers are really unlocking so many doors to leadership development opportunities through community service, and just through mentorship of their younger peers. And another statistic that has been really impactful as part of our mission is that on average, a girl's confidence peaks at age 9. And our goal at Girl Talk is that we make sure a girl's confidence never peaks. And that's why we catch them in middle school and in high school and make sure that they have that community of support during those most formative years.
We're all looking for mentors. We're all looking for role models. Sometimes it's mom, sometimes it's dad, maybe it's a teacher, maybe it's someone you come across every day. But the gals of the Pro Volleyball Federation, the ladies, the professional athletes, when you're looking for somebody to look up to, that's got to be a great pool to pull from. And more importantly, they want to do what they're doing and take their notoriety and their professionalism and bring it down and advance what Girl Talk's doing as well.
Absolutely. And that's why we couldn't be more excited about this partnership. The pro volleyball athletes are exactly the role models that we want Girl Talk girls and Girl Talk leaders to look up to. And so we're just thrilled to see them engage in community service, to start Girl Talk clubs in their communities, and really engage in our mission in a really meaningful way.
When you look at what's happening with pro volleyball in the United States, we're obviously first league. We're seeing attendance 10, 11, 12,000 people. It has an impact not only on the people of the community, but there are our little girls, there are high school girls, there are middle school girls, there might even be college girls who say, you know what, I wanna be like them. And what a great opportunity for the league to partnership with your nonprofit to be able to say, hey, let's find a way to create that relationship. Let's mold that, and let's put the right people in the right room together to continue to advance those young girls and allow them to just really thrive throughout their life.
Absolutely. No, we can't wait to connect with all of the girls watching the game of volleyball, engaging with the Pro Volleyball League during this historic season. If they want to find out more, they can find a club in their community, or they can join one that will soon be coming to them through the Pro Volleyball Federation. And yeah, we encourage you to reach out. We encourage you to utilize our free resources, our free curriculum, and all of the leadership training materials that we have to offer through our programs. And you can find us at mygirltalk.org or email us at info@mygirltalk.org.
Well, Kayla, thank you so much again. Kayla Chan, Executive Director for Girl Talk. More of this match from Columbus when we return here on YouTube.
As we welcome you back in the spectacular skyline of Midtown Atlanta on a Thursday night from Gas South Arena. Meeting number 2 of this inaugural season between the Atlanta Vibe and the Omaha Supernovas. Vibe took the first meeting in 5 sets. They were up 2 sets to none in that first meeting, but now trailing 2 sets to none to the Supernovas as we get set for our third set. Andy Demetric, Keely Evelyn. Let's take a look at some of the highlights and the players that we thought would step up for the Supernovas have. We'll begin with Bethania De La Cruz.
Just straight power. Her ability to work off the hands, mix up her shots, what makes her lethal. Going deep in the back row as well. 8 kills, 11 digs. The defensive game has elevated for De La Cruz. And then you add the other outside hitter, Nunaviller, with the power shots. Just so lethal, off the hands again. You just have a complete baller in Nunaviller. Complete rotation, adding 9 digs in the back row as well. Coming through, 2 outside players dominant right now, really leading the Supernovas to that 2-set victory right now.
And Nunaviller and De La Cruz's defense has almost been as impressive as their offense as we took a look at the Vibe standouts from the first 2 sets and making her home debut on a La Serena. Pretty strong first impression.
Starting with 11. She knows she's the go-to player, knows what very confident she can do. It really needs to light it up on all ends because 11 kills doing it, and then you follow it up with Edmond on the outside with 9 kills. Complete game all around, but it's going to take some team effort. Edmond been doing it, but I think actually the block has been trying to shut down Edmond with what we've seen she's been successful with. It's hard to do with, you got a right side outside combination, but to beat the Supernovas, it's going to take a full team effort.
Halftime stats. And even though the Supernovas I should say the Supernovas have forced 3 more errors, but 5 aces, and we knew that was an area where they could stress this match out because no team is more prolific in getting aces than the Supernovas. And they're also really tough to get aces against. The numbers bear that out as well.
And you look at the blocks, so 6-3, but what the Supernovas are actually doing really well are touching the attack to slow down the attack to make it easier to transition out. I think that part of the reading block game is doing really well for Supernovas. For Atlanta, you have to find that feisty defensive power all the way around and then get different offensive options going.
Well, Atlanta knows it needs to force a 5th set, but they have been very comfortable in that winner-take-all set because of their 6 matches this year, 4 of them have gone to a 5th. And that included the first meeting against the Supernovas. But having to fight on their home court from a 2-0 deficit. Only 3 blocks through 2 sets, and that's noteworthy, Keely, because they had 16 when they knocked off the Supernovas last month.
That's a very good stat right there. So 16, I think, Supernovas are doing an excellent job mixing up the offense. You see the middles going off a 1 foot behind different locations. So you're right, really hard to set up because all attackers are involved in the Supernova offense.
Flip sides to this 3rd set. To remind you to stick around, make it a doubleheader tonight. 10 p.m. with the first serve between the Thrill and the Mojo.
When you have 2 teams that are this powerful, you never know what you're going to get because you have vibe, you have youth, a lot of energy going. Will Coach Dagenet mix up his rotations, different players? You got Lecator member Mene getting the start in this 3rd set. Is that going to be enough energy and fight to get more offensive options going for vibe? That's the question we're about to see.
Well, Todd Dagenet said that we need to hold Omaha below a hitting percentage of 150. Right now it's at 310 through 2 sets. So defense has left something to be desired, at least as far as a blueprint for victory for Atlanta. But like we said, still potentially 3 sets to reverse that.
And you got a setter in Valentine Anderson doing a great job. Nice fast hand release. So it's really hard to get that quick read mixing up the offense.
Another enthusiastic crowd here at Gas South Arena on a Thursday night. Shaven Lansman pushed it in play to start our 3rd set. One of the rare go-behinds that we've seen from the Vibe so far. As that one catches the line, no.
No complaint by the Vibe right now. As soon as Leah admits that ball, it caught a little too much air that she wanted. Good idea. Again, it's open court, so just coming in about 4 more inches, that ball's in.
Haven't seen quite the precision from Leah Edmond that we've quickly grown accustomed to her. And the ace makes it 2-0 Omaha.
There's a lot of pressure, and you can see Omaha putting the pressure on the service line. Shaven Lansman going right line, knowing that Edmond is the front row outside attacker.
Make it 3-0. So they wipe out that shot from the pin by Edmond.
As Edmond pats her chest like, guys, I got it, settles into her game. It's one of those moments where you change into a competitive mind, like bring it. Instead of back away, Edmond has that type of nature.
And we'll get it off the service here. 3-1 Supernovas, but leading 2 sets to none, Keely. And what I love about what we've seen so far in the Pro Volleyball Federation, any given night, you can watch a team and think, oh yeah, they're the team to beat this year.
Right.
Supernovas are given that impression right now through 2 sets, but every night brings something different. And as this season evolves, it'll be really fun to watch the standings shape up, which teams continue to grow and get better, which teams will step up to the top, as it's now 3-2 Supernovas.
It helps when you have a setter like Monterey owning the net, but yes, it's any given night. No team is a walkover.
And Dixon couldn't time that slide. Edmond dug out by De La Cruz. De La Cruz, can she finish it off? Edmond returns it back. Make that Watson beg your pardon. Monterey able to range back for it and extend the rally. Over on 2. Bannon got hands on it. and point Vibe.
You love that by Fanning. She's going to slide attack, and you hope the defenders, as they're making their move, are leaning to their left so you can cut that ball back inside.
Well, that was a tough cut by Fanning on that replay. And a service error from Watson. She sails it long.
I had deja vu on that last cut shot by Wee Fanning on that slide attack. In practice, my 6'6" Ukrainian middle would cut me inside. If you lean a little left, they got you beat to the right. It's hard. You saw the little lean? You can't recover and come back.
Another ace for the Supernovas. They have been owning the service line tonight. It's now 5-3.
Nunaviller going strong. You just watch her game. If you focus in on just Nunaviller, you're going to see excellence in every point, going hard, all locked in. Faces there too.
And a service error from Nunaviller. That one faded off.
And you have setter Montserrat going back to the service line. Good idea. You're trying to serve, again, Edmond. You can see the strategy and the idea of what Omaha's trying to do.
Dixon winds up. Got hands on it. Boy, big dive in front of the Vibe bench, but can't keep it airborne.
That's one thing, I played basketball as well. Basketball, you touch a lot. In volleyball, if you touch a teammate, it's not a good thing. So laying out, but that's the scramble, that's a fight. Reversing it to Dixon, hence trying to keep it. Lecator and Edmond saying, hey, how's it going?
6-4 Supernovas. Montserrat, Edmond, that's turned back. Block and a defensive point for the Supernovas.
All smiles right there. Getting up 5'10" setter, holding her own at the net. Slowing down balls this one. Getting that little left-hand help scene with her middle, Vuchkova.
Yeah, held it up just enough for Vuchkova to slide over. Whoa! Chipping paint on that court. Lecator member Mene, one of the most explosive leapers in this league.
Elevates over the net. You called it. Coach Dagenet said we need our back row. Member Mene answers the call.
Tested out at almost a 40-inch vertical when she began her college career at Missouri. Vibe will take the point there as that swing goes long. But yeah, member Mene, she's playing outside hitter Keeley at 5'7", which makes her so fun to watch when she gets airborne.
You know, that's one thing. If you're shorter in the volleyball game because the net is a tall net, you work on your vertical. Member Mene is blessed and then adds the fight and the work ethic in the weight room as well.
Oh, man, Hens had to lay out just to keep that up. Miscommunication, and the Supernovas take advantage. Rattling it through the block. The kill from Shaban Landsman.
Shaban Landsman, just pure volleyball IQ going up. You got the line look on the deep back row attack. It's called a D ball. Going up and just taking it cross court.
Feels like Shaban Landsman has been the unsung star of this match for the Supernovas. De La Cruz having to adjust her body. Trickles off the tape. Shaban Landsman. Popped up. Lasareva can't put it down. And point to the Supernovas.
Exactly that, though. You got Shaban Landsman on the right side, and we've been talking De La Cruz on the outside, Nunaviller on the outside, and then the middle with Dixon off the 1-foot attack. You have 4 power attackers working their shot, and I really think Vuchkova is doing an excellent job on the blocking. Omaha's looking fantastic tonight.
Yeah, all that power takes its toll. Lasareva. Cross court now. Shaban Landsman, and that is long.
That's a shot Shaban Landsman wants back, going just over the block, a little higher than she wanted. Right now, the Vibe are in this situation that anything they can get a quick side out to rally back in this match, they will take it.
Yeah, it just feels like the Vibe. There have been very few easy points since the opening of that first set. Shaven Landsman finds the seam. All smiles for the Supernovas.
Yeah, feeling good when you feel this confident. Your defensive game, now offensive game. You got to feel good if you're Coach Bird Coon. First time I've ever said that. Bird Coon. She's for one name.
It's only Bird.
Only Bird.
Just like if you're playing in Brazil. And you know that Coach Bird has to love Jess Shaven Landsman for many reasons, not the least of which she's also a native of Ohio. Shaven Landsman swings back. Hens gets underneath it. Oh, but line air.
Hens tried to avoid any type of interference and get her way back on her side of the court. But Supernovas coming up again with a nice one.
You can tell it has been a frustrating night for this Vibe team that leads the Pro Volleyball Federation in win percentage. Lazarefa with a laser.
You know, one word when Lazarefa hits is sharp. She's just so precise. How sharp this is down the line, even on a scramble ball. Guys, she can hit that just with a clean sliver. Power shot, taking it deep. Hard to defend.
And serving with her team down 3. Chopped over the middle. The layout by Lazarefa. Lazarefa taking flight. Point Vibe.
It's this point of the match where, as a setter, you're thinking to yourself, who can I get a kill from? Look no further. Lazarefa coming up with another.
Oh, ace by the Vibe. That is a rare sight if you're a Supernovas fan, conceding an ace. And now it's a 1-point third set.
This is leadership you're watching right now. Lazarefa, 2 kills needed and then coming up with an ace. It's always one of those moments when your team needs something, who will step up. And this is what you're discovering early on in the season, as we are still early on.
Yeah, but a quick adjustment for Anna Lazarefa. It's also international experience in Turkey. As we noted, played in the Tokyo Olympics with the Russian Olympic Committee. So another Olympian on the court here. Reverse the Shaven Landsman. Oh, Shaven Landsman throwing some smoke the other way.
You got setter Valentine Anderson going low and flat. That's the seam creation all by your setter right there, and then put away. Give me some of that.
You've been really impressed with Shaven Landsman tonight.
Yes. She's able to work her hand control, her power. When you have players that have also played beach game, you got so much control in that hand.
Oh, Member Mene, that brings the crowd to its feet.
Yes, Member Mene is heavily involved in the club scene here in Atlanta. She got a lot of young fans. This is the power swing waiting for the show. Member Mene down the line.
That is a show stopper. One of the biggest jumps in the Pro Volleyball Federation at just 5'7". Shaven Landsman off the outside edge of the block and out of bounds. Point to the Supernovas.
How hard?
I thought they'd close that down well.
How hard is that to stop, though? You turn your body like you're going cross court. Edmond takes the jump in, and then you take it off her outside hand to get the tool. Bravo.
Yeah, that's just crafty by Shaven Landsman. Supernovas back down 1.
Oh, you can feel the vibe. Stepping up their game, feeling it a little bit with their outside attack double combo. Now Edmond's lighting it up, saying, oh, I just have to go high line, not trying to go low and hard.
Yeah, they're swinging with force now. Trying to fend off a 2-0 deficit. None of Iller. Point Supernovas. When in doubt, go to your USA national teamer.
Yes, all the yeses right there. Dunnaviller says, okay, you can feel the momentum shift. 2 power outside swings, but don't forget about me. Go ahead and give me a ball. Nice put away.
All right, as the Viber closed, and Dunnaviller says, none of that. And here she is to serve. Quick set.
Love that. The crossbody attack by the middle, because if you recognize liberos play in the left back the majority of teams, so you had Kendall White in left back, you take that crossbody, you're either hitting against a right back, a defender, or a setter.
It's been in the fish at night for Shelly Fanning. And back down to a 1-point margin. Dunnaviller, hands gets the initial dig. Played over. A reset for the Supernovas. Dixon blocked. Oh, did they call the violation on the Vibe? Or was that just a terrific reaction?
I think that was a straight down block. You got a tight set read. Jump back by Edmond, putting it down. That's one of those moments like, I've been waiting for this.
Yeah, that was a well-deserved celebration there by the Vibe. De La Cruz.
Wow.
Oh, what hustle, what defense. Well, they go back to De La Cruz. Nope, it's Dunnaviller. Kept up by Member Mene. Now Edmond trying to put it down. Oh, trying for the reach, but contact made. Point to the Supernovas. That was shaping up to be a momentum-shifting play if the Vibe came up with a point. Instead, untied, and the Supernovas back in front. 15-14, Omaha in the third.
Angel Perez told us it's about winning the small battles. I know this would be a big battle to win for him and the Fury tonight. Asia O'Neal, Columbus, first-time winner in their home debut. Welcome home, Columbus Fury.
Well, the vibes are high inside Gas South Arenas, who welcome you back to Atlanta. Andy Demetric, Keely Evelyn. Right now, the Supernovas holding off the Vibe. 15-14 in the third. Lecator Member Mene, though, giving a spark to Todd Dagenet's club in the third.
Laying out in the back row, that ball control and defensive energy. Member Mene really showing up in her rotations while she's in, and a hug from outside hitter Linehan. Good laying out. Good swing down the line to even solidify your power.
Part of Pittsburgh's first ever Final Four team. Only appeared in one set in that 5-set loss to Grand Rapids. And actually did not play in the first matchup with Omaha.
You know, it's hard when you have a deep bench, when you used to be all these players are all-stars on their college team or even professional teams in different countries. But when you put them all together, you're trying to form a solid team when you have a middle like Fanning putting that ball away. But the depth of your bench is what really makes a team great. Who do you compete with day in and day out in practice?
Yeah, these coaches, these teams are still learning their substitution patterns and how to unlock the best version of themselves. Back tied at 15. Member Mene cranking it. Oh, Lasariva, quick reflexes. That came in off a redirect. De La Cruz can't muscle it through. Lasariva to give the Vibe the lead.
You know, that was an insane hit on the inside cut, but the set delivery by Hens. Come on, Hens. That's how you do it. And then going off the inside cut shot. That's like the angle. She's going inside the middle of Vuchkova to create that. Wow, fun to watch.
There are not too many players on the planet who can do that. On a Lasariva cannon, she's wearing Vibe colors. Now trying to build on this first lead. Hens. Lasariva once more. Oh, Fanning had to wait for it, turned away by Vuchkova. Big block from the Bulgarian.
Vuchkova just creating points, recognizing, okay, there's only two options right now. I'm going to step right in from my middle, expecting that force back. You got the A for the day with that block.
9th block of the match for the Supernovas. Kristina Vuchkova, 16th professional season. Lasariva whacks that wide. Point Supernovas, they regain the lead.
And you look at the matchup right now, so it favors Omaha. You got a solid block front, huge setup, catching it a little long. Supernova's really happy to come up with that point.
Yeah, De La Cruz and Vuchkova, that's awfully tough. Serve receive has improved for the Vibe here in this third set, but another violation at the net. This time, though, it goes against the Supernovas. Point Atlanta.
Vuchkova looking left and right, like, who got the net? That's when you're like, as a middle, you just take so much effort in your blocking moves. I love the fight. I love it. Keep it up, Vuchkova.
Knotted at 17. Member Mene. And swatted down for the Supernovas point as they take advantage of the scramble. Shaban Landsman once again.
It's been in these rotations that Vibe are having an issue just really getting the quick side out, and Omaha's just staying in it, staying in the scramble to come up with the kill. That case, Shaban Landsman getting it.
As Coach Bird told us, statistically, we hit a higher percentage out of system than in system. De La Cruz pumping gas from the back line. Oh, Member Mene, look out below. Take me to the top floor, Lecator Member Mene.
Monterrey going low. That's the game of Member Mene, low and flat, and beat you with seam and power.
That is a hammer swung by Lecator Member Mene, coming alive in this third set. Edmond puts her body in front of it. Member Mene has to lunge for it. White, cut shot, Shaman Landsman. It's off the mark.
The right idea going inside. You saw Member Mene cutting that ball inside as well. If you beat the block to the spot, you got enough court to look at. In this case, Shaban Landsman just taking it a little wide.
Vibe back in front, 19-18. Defense is really tightened at the net for the Vibe here in the third. Edmond got that blocked away. Member Mene reloads, blocked again. Lasariva has to wait on it. De La Cruz from the back. Oh, Lasariva with another one. Sublime defense and the point to the Vibe. Supernovas thought it clipped a hand. They want the call. Vibe get the point for now, and the crowd is roaring.
Are you kidding me? The layout scrambles. You got two in a row by your leaders with Vibe, and this one just taking it long. Woo, deep breath on that play. This is volleyball right here. Professional volleyball in the USA coming at you.
2018 Vibe and a timeout on the floor.
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
Well, Well, we saw some big-time digs on that last sequence. The point awarded to the Vibe, who now lead 20-18 in the third, trying to extend this match here at home. Lecator member Mene.
Instant fan when you watch member Mene. You have 2 kills, 4 digs in the back row, making your presence known. The power that you have is just incredible.
Supernovas out of the timeout. Where do they turn to? Nunaviller with the tip.
Oh, you got Nunaviller. One more rotation in the front row. This is a moment you need a kill. That's your go-to player. So steady in her complete game. You trust the ball control, and that one just dropping it short.
Nunaviller on a heater of 5 straight double-doubles for Omaha. Lasariva from the back, trying to go corner and gets the point.
Andy, that is the corner to work. You have setter Valentine Anderson playing right back, and that's a combination where De La Cruz has got to take a step to her right. That corner shot from the right back attack is going down.
Vibe back up 2. And hence keeps it up. Edmond runs out of room.
And you see who they went to. You got Nunaviller on the outside. That's how you do it. A setter is no dummy. You go, okay, I need a side out. We're getting close in this. We got to come back. Where is Nunaviller?
Gives her another double-double. 10 kills and 12 digs.
Wow.
Member Mene exploding into the corner, but that one is out.
And it was so fast, one of those moments the fans are looking like, are you sure? And right here catching, ooh, super, super close. Line judge trying to bounce out of that way. I'm thinking I see a little black court sliver.
Well, remember Mene tried to dot that. 21 all. And a timeout for Atlanta. We'll keep it here from Gas South Arena as the Vibe try to scrap their way to a 4th set.
Of course, Coach Bird is making a joke in this moment. She's best personality, one of the best you'll ever meet.
I have a feeling that when you guys were team, whether your head coach liked it or not, she was always going to find a way to keep things loose.
Heck yeah, and that's the way I motivated Bird. She was a blocker, right front blocker behind, in front of me as a right back defender. So her favorite drink was a Coke. So every time she get a block, I'd be like, Bird, I'll buy you a Coke for that one. So you make a lot of jokes. In this moment, you loosen your team up a little bit. You got to finish this out. You're tied up 2 sets now, tied 21-21. It takes a solid attack and trying to predict, are you going to go outside or you're going to try to find your back row attack with Lasariva?
I don't know if Coach Bird is bribing Bethania De La Cruz with the Diet Coke. If her team can finish off this sweep like you guys did back in the day.
How about un café con leche, right?
Oh, there you go.
You get some of that.
Shaven Lansman with the serve. And it is out. Is that the old coach point?
You'll take
Chalk
it.
that up to Coach Dagenet.
Yes, a little timeout and a missed serve after. You count that as a coach's point.
Inches the Vibe ahead.
You know that.
And now Maimai Heapo will serve for the first time, the former BYU Cougar and Arizona Wildcat. Now Nunaviller soaring and striking for the Supernovas point.
For Vibe, you're just like, get to the back row, Nunaviller. You got a less chance to get a kill on us. That's 3 for 3 when your team needs a point. That's how you step up.
He has been carrying the load throughout this match, tied at 22. And it'll be Nunaviller to serve. He's going after Lecator member Mene. Slowed up on the swing from Edmond. De La Cruz steps into one. Camped up off the net, hence able to send it over. Edmond. Now reverse to Shaban Landsman for the kill.
What?
And she points right back to De La Cruz for the defense. She got a terrific set as well, and now the Supernovas reclaim the lead.
So it's not just about how amazing you are as a player, but watch how she brings her team in on the point. That's how you thank people. It's a team game. Great job, great energy. Shaban Landsman showing leadership.
She has been all over the court in this third set. 23-22 Supernovas.
We are in the heart of the inaugural season of the Pro Volleyball Federation as we get started here tonight. Hannah Maddox from the 10-foot line. Hold on, that was powerful.
Oh my goodness, over her back. Gillen again. Goodness, Jill Gillen is a spike specialist.
Asia O'Neal.
The big attack there and a block from Hannah Tapp.
Reagan Cooper slams it home on the back line.
And there's another step block.
You saw the last point there from Shaban Landsman. Not playing like a rookie. And she gives the Supernovas the 23-22 lead. Oh, I like that style right there.
Yes.
Why are you surprised that the camera would find you? All right, now the Vibe trying to find a comeback here to avoid the sweep. Lasariva blocked. It's bumped over by Edmond. She races back into position. De La Cruz with one more. Big swing Betty. Bethania De La Cruz.
Cutting that ball inside, recognizing Hens was shifting toward the corner, taking the inside cut. De La Cruz showing her experience.
And now match point for the Supernovas. Can they avenge that loss in the season opener? Popped up, put down by Edmond. Bumped out of the back. De La Cruz trying to muscle it over. Nunaviller. Lasariva laying out. Dumped for the point. Valentine Anderson finishes off the sweep for Omaha.
Anderson running a fantastic show offensively and showing that she's there for the net on the send over. Omaha's got to be really happy with their team performance today, working different spots offensively, and that grit on the defensive side looked fantastic.
Well, these were the preseason top two picks to win the Pro Volleyball Federation after the Vibe took the first match in Omaha in 5. The Supernovas send the Vibe home with a sweep. 25-22 in the first, 25-20 in the second, 25-22 in a lively third set at Gas South Arena. And the Supernovas now leapfrog the Vibe for first place in the Pro Volleyball Federation. We'll wrap things up from Atlanta after this.
Angel Perez told us it's about winning the small battles. I know this would be a big battle to win for him and the Fury tonight. Asia O'Neal, Columbus, first-time winner in their home debut. Welcome home, Columbus Fury. We are in the heart of the inaugural season of the Pro Volleyball Federation as we get started here tonight. Hannah Maddox from the 10-foot line. Hold on, that was powerful.
Oh my goodness, over her back. Gillen again. Goodness, Jill Gillen is a spike specialist.
Asia O'Neal.
The big attack there and a block from Hannah Tapp.
Reagan Cooper slams it home on the back line.
And there's another step block.
We talk about competitive composure, and this kid has it. Reagan Cooper having a night tonight for the Fury.
I can match that. Reagan Cooper slams it home on the back line. Right into the block. Who else? Reagan Cooper. Back to Reagan Cooper. It's the Vibe. And now set and match point coming up here for the Columbus Fury.
Back with you in Atlanta, Andy Demetra, Keely Evelyn, and this was a statement on the road for the Omaha Supernovas as they polish off the sweep of the league-leading Vibe.
You know, the best, you look at Scott McDonald back there, the Georgia Tech strength coach, saying, great job, Bird. Coach Bird leading her team to a 3-0 victory, doing an excellent job running a different type of offense, getting multiple hitters involved. Excellent job pulling off the lead, even on the kills. Block-wise, Supernovas did an excellent job shutting it down and touching balls.
This did not have the feeling of a sweep, at least for the Supernovas to begin, because the Vibe roared out to that 9-3 start in the first set. It was 16-11 midway through that first, but from then on, the Supernovas really got sharp.
And it was the offensive powerhouse. I thought setter Valentine Anderson did an excellent job mixing up the offense. 34 assists. You really didn't know where that ball was going. Offensively all around, the passing game was good enough to run a stellar offense. Supernovas looking great. Atlanta showing just a little different look that we saw in their opening match here on the home court, trying to get some type of offensive going, but the read blocking game for Supernovas really stepped up.
Jess Shaven-Lansman leads the way for Omaha with 12 kills, a 6th straight double-double for Nunaviller, 11 kills and 13 digs. Ana Lasareva in her home debut for the Vibe certainly left a lasting impression.
Yeah, Lasareva is going to be so fun to watch throughout her career in Atlanta Vibe. Already a fan favorite. And you got Lekator Member-Mene stepping up for some big points, showing up, walking it off. Did a great job today, trying to fight hard for her team on the back row and the attack.
Double-doubles for Lasareva and Edmond, but just not enough for the home fans tonight at Gas South Arena. As the Vibe fall to 4-3, Omaha improves to 6-3, and by percentage, it's Omaha now leading the Pro Volleyball Federation. Make sure you stick around, 10 p.m. Eastern time, first serve between the Thrill and the Mojo. It has been our pleasure to bring you tonight's coverage of Pro Volleyball Federation action from Gas South Arena. Again, our final in 3 sets. Omaha over Atlanta for Keely Evelyn, Andy Demetra, and our entire crew. Thanks for watching this presentation of the Pro Volleyball Federation.
NCAA Women